What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. We already have a pretty busy Monday, a lot of great topics going up, so let's go ahead and get right into these articles here. So, Legend is coming to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. The Kickstarter campaign reaches all console stretch goals. Kickstarter campaign for Legend, the co-op monster raising RPG from independent developer Magnus Games, has been fully funded and reached all of its console support stretch goals, meaning the game will launch for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch in addition to an initially planned PC version. The campaign has also reached funding goals for a live orchestra recording, new player shop, advanced house customization, hidden legendary Magnus, full voice acting, and an underwater biome, new Magnus quest, and collectibles. It is on its way to meet its next stretch goal of adding a new bachelor and bachelorettes to the game. Legend is currently planned for release in June 2018. It's a little bit less than a year at this point, but as you guys know, with all of these Kickstarter games, be very wary of actually when they say the game is going to come out. These are small teams. They have a lot of stuff going on. With all these stretch goals hit, man, they're going to have to do a lot of work, especially for a small team. It's going to be tough. I'm hoping they can make their June 2018 release window, but this is really cool because this game seems to be a lot of fun. A co-op monster raising RPG, and I've talked about it before because this is going to have online co-op for an indie game like this. Very difficult to do with the type of budgets as far as the team goes and what you're working with, testing, coding, all of that. It's a ton of work. It's more than you guys would even imagine, but they hit their goals. They seem confident about what they're doing. They have a plan for a type of game that they want to build, and you don't see a lot of co-op RPG monster raising games anymore at all. You don't see that at all. So for them to be doing this type of game is kind of addressing a need or a gap in the market for that type of game or that style of game. So I'm happy that they reached their goal. I think the game is going to be good just as long as they can really get everything in that they say they were going to get in and hit their target dates. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. The longer they delay, the longer they say, okay, well, we can't do this, or we're not going to be able to put this in, like, it's really going to affect the game. So just make sure you get everything in when it comes to your stretch goals and make sure that game launches around that time. Don't have another Mighty Number 9 situation. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night looks awesome, but that's taken a little bit longer than what people expected. So let's hope everything goes well with this game. Legend, it looks good. It's coming to all the systems in addition to PC. And when it does come out, I'll definitely be looking to check out the Nintendo Switch version for you guys. But it's still some ways off, with next year of June being when they're going to be looking to release the game. So let me know what you guys think about Legend on all these different platforms here. Did you back it? Are you going to be excited for the game when it releases? I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Alright, and moving into this next news, which gets me kind of excited, just a little bit, but I already knew this would happen. Now, Bandai Namco Entertainment has promised future Nintendo Switch support to investors, saying that, quote, "We will continue to introduce Nintendo Switch titles from July 1 after another." Now, why are all of these Japanese companies, especially with Bandai Namco, Square Enix, and all of that, so excited to let their investors know about the support, whether it's Koei Tecmo and all that? They see these bingo lines, these lottery lines of people lining up, sold out to buy the Nintendo Switch, sales booming, even going higher and higher, especially recently with the launch of Splatoon 2. ARMS, it spiked up quite a bit as well. All of these Japanese developers know that not only do they need to get games out on the Nintendo Switch, they need to be good games. They need to be their big games. I think Bandai Namco for the longest time, for some reason, did not want to support Nintendo with their best stuff, or what people would consider what their best stuff is. There was always a lot of anime games missing, always a lot of different stuff that just wouldn't come to the system. I really do think it's time, and I hope with this quote here that we finally get stuff like Gundam, that we finally get stuff like Naruto, like we finally get Dragon Ball Z. We're getting that, Xenoverse 2, and I think Fighter Z is coming, but I think the full array of games has to come. Now, they're doing One Piece, that's good. We got One Piece, we also have Dragon Ball Z, so that's also awesome. But like I said, we still need to see Gundam, we still need to see Sword Art Online, we still need to see quite a number of other IPs that they have that they've just not put on Nintendo systems, or have been very limited, or only on 3DS with Naruto, some games here and there. We need to start start seeing that same type of support come over to Nintendo Switch. If you want your games to sell better, Bandai Namco, you definitely need to put them on the Nintendo Switch, because Japan is pretty much fully moving over to that system when it comes to things, especially when Dragon Quest 11 drops. I think there's going to be a lot of people that just say, I just need a Nintendo Switch. That's going to be my system. But you're already kind of seeing that quite a bit with some of the games that have sold there already with Splatoon 2. But here's the thing though, guys. I already knew this quite a bit ago, because there was actually stories that we did about this before. So Dr. Serkan Toto is a fantastic analyst. He's on Twitter. He talks about Nintendo and stuff. Very respected in his field as far as what he does. He already said, like last year or something like that, I forgot when, it was either earlier this year or last year, that Bandai Namco has a number of titles for the Nintendo Switch. He said that they already have a number of titles, so I trusted his word on that, and now Bandai Namco has finally pretty much just confirmed that, because they haven't talked about the Nintendo Switch too much outside of a few different things. Xenoverse, of course, and also One Piece. They also talked about that. And they briefly spoke on Fighter Z and the potential for the Nintendo Switch as well. Well, really just kind of saying, yeah, we know you guys want it, and it'll definitely come, but please buy Xenoverse 2 first, and then we'll talk about that. But this is the first time them actually saying it in an official capacity as far as Nintendo Switch goes, and it just makes sense, right? It just makes sense with pretty much all the Japanese developers. We're seeing that with Koei Tecmo. I've talked about that a bit. They have 3 games lined up for this year. We're seeing that with Square Enix. They have a number of games lined up for this year. Square Enix needs to do a little bit better job of localization though, as far as the speed when it comes to their games. Lost Sphere, obviously Dragon Quest 11 games are taking quite a bit of time, and we still have no release date as far as the localization for Seiken Densetsu Collection. Plus, we don't have anything for Project Octopath at this point, but they did have I Am Setsuna at launch there, and there will be some other games as well that they're just planning, just taking a little bit longer for them to release the games on the Nintendo Switch, but still, they are coming. One thing that I'd also say is that other companies like Sega need to jump in there, and I've talked about that before. We'll see what they have to say to their investors, because I think news of that will be coming out pretty soon here. And the Nintendo Switch, like I said, is taking Japan by storm. So, of course, you need to tell this to your investors. This is a very important thing to say to them. I think automatically adds value. Like, okay, you guys have Nintendo Switch games coming. Nintendo Switch is always sold out. Some of these investors that might not know a lot about video games, stuff like that, be like, okay, that's good, right? Good. Buy more stock. Buy more stock. So, stock value goes up because we have a bunch of games coming for the Switch. And Switch is popular, and Switch is doing so well, and it's sold out every single week. So it's something that I knew that was going to happen, and I'm happy to finally see Bandai Namco come out and say this, and it'll be interesting to see what games they bring over. A lot of their games that are coming out pretty much already been in development. Not sure if those ones are going to make it. Like some of the Naruto games and like that, but we'll see what other ports they have for the system. We'll see what else they're going to be doing. I'm hoping for some type of Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Collection, even though I can't stand those games. I would still like to see it for the people who do like them come over. And I used to play them here and there. So we'll see what happens, but like I said, good news all around for Bandai Namco and Nintendo Switch owners. So what do you guys think about this news when it comes to Bandai Namco, and what games are you going to be excited for to come to Nintendo Switch? What are you personally looking forward to as far as your favorite Bandai Namco games? And what do you think about the potential and rumored, of course, Bandai Namco working on Smash Brothers? I still think that's coming, but hey, like I said, there's no proof or evidence of that, although Dr. Serkan Toto did say that as well. He said that Smash Bros. And many other games are coming. So maybe Smash Bros. Will be one of those games that they do announce later down the line. So we'll have to see on that one. They did have game after game that they'll be announcing, and they are the developers behind the Smash Brothers. So maybe we finally get that Smash Brothers Deluxe port that everyone has been really not been patient about when it comes to wanting. Everybody wants that, especially after Nintendo announced Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They're like, yeah, get a Smash Brothers Deluxe too. So yeah, we'll see about that. Also, what do you think about Re-Legend as far as the Kickstarter and the game goes? Is that something that you're going to be interested in? Also, just give me all your thoughts on everything in the comment section below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page, pledge any tier, and be entered in to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and more. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in for the next video. Peace.